feel proceeding with the proclamation or announcement now would deny many others who otherwise would have preferred to be present here the opportunity to be here. For that and one or two other reasons, as the chairman announced earlier on, we'll be able to announce the results tomorrow. May I invite Commissioner Nzibo to announce part of the results today. Thank you. I want to clarify. We'll announce, and another commissioner will come and announce, and then there'll still be another announcement. I'm very sure the one you're looking for will be also an announcement. You can't do a proclamation of results without announcing. Thank you.
Thank you, James. I will announce results for 3 constituencies, and then Commissioner Muthoni, who will be here in the next 3 or 4 minutes, will announce the rest. I will start with Laikipia North, constituency number 165. The results are as follows. James Ole Kiapi obtained 125, Martha Karua 80, Mohamed Dida 44, Musalia Mudavadi 108, Paul Muite 17, Peter Kenneth 121, Raila Odinga 11,908, Uhuru Kenyatta 11,361. Total votes cast were 23,972. Rejected votes were 208. Valid votes 23,764. Registered voters here were 27,794. The next results are for constituency number 178, Emurua Dikir. The results are as follows. James Ole Kiapi obtained 171, Martha Karua 83, Mohamed Dida 63, Musalia Mudavadi 102, Paul Muite 30, Peter Kenneth 1,718, Raila Odinga 1,222, Uhuru Kenyatta 22,716. Total votes cast were 26,302. Rejected votes were 197. Valid votes were 26,105. Registered voters here were 28,594. The last one in my lot is Molo constituency, constituency number 166. The result are as follows. James Ole Kiapi obtained 111, Martha Karua 82, Mohamed Dida 51, Musalia Mudavadi 289, Paul Muite 34, Peter Kenneth 114, Raila Odinga 6,249. Uhuru Kenyatta 36,884. Total vote cast here were 44,260. Rejected votes were 446. Valid votes were 43,814. The number of registered voters in Molo were 50,621. Thank you.
All right, we've just had announcements for results of 3 constituencies and 3 more, the final 3 about to be announced just now. Let's listen into the final 3 results for the last 3
present to you the results for 3 constituencies, and this will be the last presentation for tonight. Now, Konoin constituency, constituency number 198, Bomet County. James Kiapi 166, Martha Karua 169, Mohammed Dida 52, Musalia Mudavadi 426, Peter Kenneth 425, Raila Odinga 3,294, Uhuru Kenyatta 44,038. Total valid votes. Let's win. Total valid votes 40. Just wait a minute. Just give me a minute.
48,600.
Yeah, total valid votes 48,600. Rejected votes 267. Total votes cast 48,867. Registered voters 55,818. Let me repeat that again. Okay. Now, James Kiapi 166. Martha Karua 169. Mohammed Dida 52, Musalia Mudavadi 426, Peter Kenneth 425, Raila Odinga 3,294, Uhuru Kenyatta 44,038, total valid votes 48,600, rejected votes 267, total votes cast 48,867, registered voters 55,818. Let me finish and maybe you can ask using a mic because I can't hear you very well. Narok West, constituency number 182, Narok County. James Kiapi 212, Martha Wangari Karua 41, Mohammed Dida 36, Musalia Mudavadi 57, Paul Kibugi Mwite 10, Peter Kenneth 79, Raila Odinga 22,535. May I repeat that? 22,535. Uhuru Kenyatta 15,194. Total votes cast 38,384. Total rejected votes 220. That is 220. Votes, valid votes 38,164. Registered voters 44,499. Turkana Central, constituency number 125. James Kiapi 150. Martha Karua 297. Mohammed Dida 56. Musalia Mudavadi 218. Paul Mwite, 71. Peter Kenneth, 147. Raila Odinga, 13,277. Uhuru Kenyatta, 11,254. Total cast votes, 25,470. Total rejected votes, 148. Valid votes, 25,618. And registered voters are 35,651. And now I can probably take what you were asking about Narok. Konoin constituency. What was, which figure? Yes. Okay, let me just repeat again. Oh, I see. Let me just give you whether we in. Just hold this.
Somebody
Yeah.
what it is, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, you are right. Actually, I had skipped Mwite with 30. Okay. And yeah, I think that's it. And that is all for tonight. Yes. Which other constituency? I think we are done for tonight. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your perseverance and stay. And we ask to meet tomorrow here at 11.
All right, the IEBC commissioners have just been announcing some of the final constituencies, the results for the remaining constituencies, but right now they're still on the podium, about to perhaps field some questions being raised by members of the various political parties here in the auditorium, seeking clarification on Laisamis constituency, as well as other counties. They are shouting down the commissioners, demanding or asking about results of, they're mentioning Laisamis constituency there.
I will give you answers. I'll give you now. I'll give you now. I'll give you now. I'll give you now. I'll give you answers now. I'll give you answers now.
Consolidate what it is they have been able to announce so far, and if any of the constituencies, the results from any of the constituencies are yet to be announced. So that is how it looks so far. They're yet to leave the podium at the Bomas of Kenya. Perhaps before this proceeds, I will give you a quick recap of the constituencies that we've just had the results announced. Laikipia North, it's now a few minutes to 2 a.m. and we've just gotten results from Laikipia North, Emurua Dikir. It's a constituency called Emurua Dikir, and also Molo, as well as Koinin, Narok West, Turkana Central. These are critical results because all through the night, as the results have been coming in, of course, the screens here, the results that have been keyed in so far for 285 constituencies out of 291. And right now, the figures as they stand, allow me to look at the screen, 6,039,000 35,582 for Uhuru Kenyatta, and for Raila Odinga 5,285,771. Of course, these are the results excluding those that have just been announced right now. Counting quickly, 6 constituencies. Results of 6 constituencies have been announced. Those are yet to be updated, but in the next few minutes they will be updated. Let's have a listen at what the CEO is saying.
Last year, I said that once we finish announcing these results, we will have time for ourselves and yourselves to look at these figures. So what we are saying is that the parties that have raised concerns about these figures, these are provisional figures. We are willing to meet you now. The commission will be here again, beginning work at 6:30, and that is why we gave the time of 11 o'clock, so that we can sort out any issues on our side and any issues on your side. We have time from 6:30 to 11 before we meet. We want to be transparent, and we are also willing to meet you now to sort out these issues. But what am I saying, my friend? I'm saying now. Don't you understand English? What is now? What is now? I have said those who have problems with the figures, these figures are professional. We will meet you now. But the commissioners will be meeting from 6:30 this morning, and we have time between now and 11, and we have provided for time for management to prepare the final documents and time for you to go through audit. And if you are not happy, we will still meet you before 11. We're not saying that commissioners are coming here at 11 to announce. We have a program. Our doors have been open. In fact, I'm surprised some of you are making noise. Some of you send me telephone calls. We've been sitting there. The chairman is sitting there. Nobody has come. Thank you.
All right, IEBC commissioners are now leaving the podium here at the Bomas of Kenya after announcing results for 6 more constituencies. And of course, some members of political parties were raising concerns about clarifications they say they need made after those announcements were made. Some, of course, were citing the results of Laisami's constituency had not yet been announced. And they've actually, right now, those some of the members of the political parties are following the IEBC commissioners to their room, because one of the issues that the commissioner has addressed is that the auditorium really is for the commissioners to come and announce results and not to field questions, especially from the political parties. This has just been a platform for them to announce results and then field questions from the media. So they say their boardroom, where they have been meeting and waiting for the results as they come in from the tallying center, which is just a few meters from where we are right now, is where these political parties are meant to go directly to raise issues and not really shout down the commissioners when they are announcing the results. So there we have it. That should be about it. But of course, we will need to get clarification from the IEBC if we have all the constituencies, all the results of all the 291 constituencies announced. But the numbers that have come in right now, if I could just quickly run us through Uhuru's numbers and Raila's in the 6 constituencies. In Laikipia North, Uhuru 11,361, Raila Odinga 11,908, a close one there. Raila in Emurua Dikir garnering 1,222 votes. Uhuru Kenyatta 22,716. In Molo constituency, Raila Odinga, there was 6,249 votes. Uhuru Kenyatta's 36,884. In Konoin constituency, we have Raila Odinga with 3,294 votes and Uhuru Kenyatta 44,038 votes. Narok West has Uhuru with 15,194 and Raila Odinga with 22,535. And the final announcement, the results that came in last year for Turkana Central, Raila Odinga came in with 13,277 votes. Uhuru Kenyatta 11,254. So with those votes in the results, I beg your pardon, the results of those 6 constituencies in pretty much almost all the 291, but then again, as the issues were being raised here in the auditorium by political parties, that some of the constituencies, citing Laisamis as one of them, had not been announced, that will be clarified. What the IEBC has been categorical about, remember, they had promised that tonight would be the night they would be making that big announcement that the country and of course the world has been waiting to hear. That announcement was pushed forward to tomorrow 11 a.m. actually today. It's around 2 a.m. right now, so a few hours from now, 11 a.m. And what they said they wanted to do is allow for a final audit. They announced the results, and maybe there may have been 1 or 2 errors, so that will be looked into. And what also the commissioners have announced just now is that from 6:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. that will be time allowed to have the political parties raise their concerns, look at the final copies, final results, the official ones that have been announced in the last couple of days from the 291 constituencies, 91, one being the diaspora constituencies. So they have those several hours in the later hours of today from 6:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. to be able to look into the final tallies, and the political parties have that avenue to raise whatever concerns they have, and the IEBC hopes then all these issues will be rectified in good time, and that at 11 a.m. I'm sure every person will be near television at that time or radio to just listen in on that very important announcement. Kenyans, of course, going to the polls Monday this week, Monday the 4th of March. It's now been 6 days actually. Today is the 6th day, being a Saturday, waiting for that very important, crucial announcement of Kenya's leadership. Of course, we've been getting the others. It is now pretty much clear: the governors, the senators, the women representatives, the county reps as well, and the members of parliament. Most of those already out, but the big one, this presidential race, is a race that has been keenly watched around the country, around the world, and everybody's waiting for that all important announcement. And bottom line, a quick reminder before I hand this back to Joy Doreen Bera, who's standing by in our election center, is that 50% plus 1 is the big number that every time as we are covering this election until that final announcement is made, you have to keep in mind, because really right now I'm sure everybody's crunching their numbers, calculations. Even I will be getting to do that as soon as I'm off air, to just look at how everybody's doing, especially the two, Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. And for Uhuru, who has been oscillating between 50% going to 51, the last count we did was about at 49.8%. So we are watching that closely. Everybody is watching that very closely to see if by the end of the final calculations of this presidential race, one of these two, of course, Raila a bit further down with about 44% so far, but again, those numbers keep changing. 50% plus 1 votes to become president, as well as 25% of votes from half of the counties in the country. Of course, we have 47 counties. That means 25% of the votes from 24 counties. Here at the Bomas of Kenya, most people actually have left now, other than the political party representatives that were raising some of those issues I just mentioned earlier, but also the observers are still here, and some of them have gone in. As they wound up this press briefing, the commissioners went in with some of the members who had some of those concerns and are right now in a closed Doha meeting, where of course they said they are open to hear whatever concerns they have and are willing and ready to address those. So there we have it. I think there will not be any other announcement or brief from the Bomas of Kenya for now. It is morning of Saturday, and what day is this again? Let's have a look. The 9th of March, and we will of course continue to follow the events as they unfold here. I'm Sophia Wanuna, and on behalf of the entire team that has made this broadcast possible from our end, we thank you so very much for watching, and we take you now to Joy Doreen Bira.
Thank you so much, Sophia Wanuna. That is Sophia talking to us live from the Bomas of Kenya.